Hola, it's Tanya D here, and I'm so elated, beyond excited to announce that for the very first time, I'm offering my energy healing courses, which you can download from an app right to your phone, which is in itself amazing. Have me right on your phone from an app? Hello? 50% off of my courses: meditations, energy medicine, voices of the other world, uncover secrets of the other world, the energy body demystified, and so much more. Check out the venue because you have so many options, and you know I'm all about options. During my 22 days of gratitude offerings, so from the beginning of the season of Sagittarius, which starts on the 22nd of November until the 13th of December, you will see different opportunities on sale as a thank you for being part of this otherworldly amazing village. Subscribe so you can get announcements in your inbox of the gratitude offering for that day in the venue, and be sure to check back each day as these opportunities that are on sale are going to be changing each day. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Inshallah and Ashe. Whoops, something's going on every time I do that with my computer here. Well, I'll have to deal with that later. But welcome to the Wisdom of a Wednesday. Always changing things up here. So while we're waiting for people to hop on to the show, the live stream, or even just tune into the replay, what's on the agenda today? So were you able to connect with your higher self yesterday, your Sira, your spiritual acumen, just opening the door to a new way of believing in yourself or seeing yourself? Our inner world belief story, a new chapter, a new narrative that really is able to be led with the heart led, something that we have been, maybe something brewing that's now on the table for the pour, kind of like simmering tea when you let tea simmer. So are you going to simmer the tea a little longer, wait until it's too cold? It kind of reminds me of the Three Little Pigs, or no, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Or are you going to enjoy it while it's warm? You get to choose the path forward. And in doing so, Father Time is saying that the old way of believing in ourselves, it's time literally to close the door on that, say goodbye, and open different opportunities to new rooms and new doors that we have yet to explore that are opening up, like the golden chalice. Or what system of beliefs are you upgrading, upcycling? Hopefully the belief in yourself, a belief in the other, a relationship, career, society, opinions, right? Beliefs are opinions, perspectives. But with what we are opening up to in our entanglement with our own character, or should I say the behaviors of the other, the outer, someone may try to pull the rug out from under your personal joy, your personal medicine, your happiness. So it's kind of not a great idea to allow them to close the door on what you are finally opening up to and recognizing to thine own self be true. It really is up to you to decide, not the other. What you feel is the next new thing in your life, along with the core of who you are in your heart space, what your heart wishes. So this is our life purpose. It's our journey. So remember, what is great for the goose is also amazing for the gounder. It cycles back or circles back. One light adds more light to the other, especially in an optimistic venue. And we know that there is forces of adversity out there, always is. However, it's usually an entanglement, a web. So choose wisely, choose with your heart and also with what you feel. Go with your feelings. And the funny thing is, this is kind of ingrained in our bones. We usually have known this all along, but the key ingredient, it's in our personal treasure chest. So today may just be the day where those cosmic streams, those personal cosmic streams are swirling, and we get to unlock our treasure. Opinions are treasures. Just remember to utilize your opinions, and remember that we are all right and we are all wrong, and so is the other. That's why they are called opinions. And just learning to understand and explore and having these options, these perspectives, it's kind of like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So get ready to explore, go out on an adventure. What are the restrictions that are in the way of your epic journey, your epic life? Usually it's somebody outside of us that kind of gets in the way of our own secret sauce, but it usually sometimes can also be ourselves. So commit to what your heart authentically believes, not those outer rims or the people who try to take the wind out of your cells. That happens. It's the test of all tests, if you will. And with that, welcome to today's Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, coined by some friends of mine. But I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is a merging of all in this one container. And my intention is to utilize these indigenous technologies along with the elemental realms on the elemental highway, our original divine blueprint, our soul's harmonic, navigating that through these realms, elemental, imaginal, and otherwise, into and through the shaman's portal, the 8th energetic center. The grid line is kind of what it feels like. The subtle realms, and really so much more, with offerings, prescriptions, and rituals to really add to your otherworldly container, to add to your own secret sauce, if you will, your main stage ingredients, your personal container. Within those ingredients, we all have them. Your personal medicine, your prime directive, your life story, your life purpose. Just assisting you in discovering possibly your inner genius and navigating your personal medicine, the star that I believe we uniquely all are. Maybe reintroducing you to that essence, the magical star that's within, so that your light does shine brighter, does no need to dim. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And also, if you've yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, like Chanel, YouTube or otherwise. Tanya D on YouTube, Musing with Tanya D, my podcast, The Otherworldly Insights. I'm still musing about next year, but out for your musing pleasure. On Monday, we have Jupiter, which will be released, The Otherworldly Insights on that podcast. Be sure to check your inbox. And remember, the Soul's Harmonic is online for the entire season of Beliefs, Sagittarius, our higher philosophies. But also, let's give a big shout out to the community, the village, new subscribers and all. Ohhh, blessings, and thank you. And also those of you that have been a part of my journey since the beginning. Gratitude to you as well, and always. And also to those of you that tune in to the replay and comment a little later. I appreciate and gratitude for that as well. And also, if you don't mind hitting the bell button so you're notified, the white button, which I'm kind of liking now. It was a little iffy at first, but change, right? And remember, a comment or to share does get you a message for your day to get you on your way, your highway. And of course, you can also find me on other social channels, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, Facebook, where I do multi-stream. But things are going to be changing up come the new year. And how is the 22 Days of Gratitude coming along for you? A new offer opens at midnight, so be sure to check your inbox for that. The adventure, it has been an adventure. It's exploring. But again, there's different announcements in your inbox. Be sure to sign up if you have yet and tune in. We do have Love the Skin You're In for the countdown of the 22 days on the highway for today. Again, this offer ends at midnight, and then we'll have a new offer, which I'm not sure what that is yet. But just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we need an otherworldly outside perspective, an assistant to get us out of our own magical way. That happens. And the daily snippet, what do I muse about here? It's the cosmic energy insights, the elemental realm, and a message today is coming in from the Fae, the subtle energetic centers that are online, and the seasons and whatnot. Were you able to do any inner reflecting yesterday? Because we're kind of in the seat of our soul. If you've read that book, The Seat of the Soul, of self-acceptance, leadership, authority, making our own decisions. Our command center is online, our hand energetic center. It's all about what our heart believes to be true authentically for who we are in our inner standing, in our inner corridor, getting to the top of this cosmic, conscious, cosmic ladder, if you will. So it's as if we're holding the force, the field, to make these changes in our inner world that then radiate like a nucleus to the outer world. So it's kind of like committing to ourself first, heartfelt commitments for today. That's likely going to carry the streams forward and keep them kind of instilled or installed. So what's the narrative of your new chapter? Are you able to decide on what your personal story is, your personal streams? What's it going to be? The road is at a crossroad, the options. We've got the past, we got the future, and we have the moment, the now. And the direction we go on is really up to us, but the excitement is really coming from the future, the path untraveled, if you will. I think there's a book called that. Reminds me of the Merlin effect. One little shift creates the change. the transformation, a new path, even a perception. But just follow through, use your gut instincts. The decisions are going to be coming through our heart sensors, our heartfelt wishes, navigating our life purpose, our story. And then this creates an ending, like literally a cutting of our past and the change to transform our future. We really do decide our fate, and in doing so, the commitment should be easy to do so, and more importantly, heartfelt. So we're kind of ending officially an old chapter, an old narrative, an old story, even the old voice inside of us, inside our head. So with that, just a few announcements. I've kind of changed up my screen. It's kind of freaking me out, but we're doing great. It's my motto. Okay, our options today, we've got a blue topaz, and I love the little sphere. It looks like a frozen sphere with a little nature being just popping out. And of course, I had to do a bridge because we're taking a new path to a new lane. We can go across the bridge or go to the past, whatever we decide. But with that, just a few announcements. Of course, the Musing Moon meditation is going to be on the highway today. The cold full moon in the season of Gemini, the mind. And of course, the Shamanic Healing Academy, the doors are still open there. I'm still nipping and tucking. You can explore the opportunity as well, see what's on the highway. This is going to be like a village, a community. I'm super excited to create this. We do have some options to be a part of it, a membership or a mentorship. As far as options, again, I'm all about options. I think they're important. And for the first 20 people, not only do you get Soul Listening Solitude complimentary for free, but you also get a 15-minute intuitive divination session with moi, yours truly. Super fun. Love throwing the bones. Along with the Energy Body Demystified. So you get all that for free. So you decide $55 a month for a membership to get in and explore, are really almost over $1,000 for the opportunity if you were to purchase them each separately, at least so far. Or be a part of the mentorship and really take it up a notch. That's going to be a closed door session, by the way, to navigate your spirit, listening to your soul, and also coaching. I do have the links for some soul coaching, otherworldly life coaching, if you will, different types of divinations I do, along with soul support or spirit support. And again, we do have the 22 days of gratitude. You can check that out, see what 22 days of gratitude are all about. And today I think we are on day 14, so we are counting down. And coming up this Sunday, I always do a Sacred Spirit Circle. It's complimentary as well. It's an energetic cleansing meditation. I always do the first Sunday of each month. You can see the links for that as well. But coming up in January, it's going to be the second Sunday. And of course, the Musing with Tanya D podcast will be arriving in your inbox Monday too. So lots is happening. So with that, your options, go ahead and comment what you choose. We've got some juicy ones today. But on the elemental highway, we've got a Yin Fire Pig of a day. Definitely we've got some piglets, a brown little pig, a red pig, or a white pig. We've got piglets. Yin Metal, Yin Fire, inward. This is inward journey. It's our passions. It's a day to be warm, enthusiastic, and I would agree, charming and also charismatic. So it's those first impressions. But our day has resources with the yang wood in the pigs and also in the year. These are healthy resources. So it's like being able to have resources to create and take action, like people are offering to you, giving the person power. Leadership abilities to really go with the flow, water, reconcile, clarity. And yin metal is money or assets. These are the assets the day has to work for. So it's not like the lottery or an inheritance. This comes from you getting wealth or abundance, prosperity, whatever you want to call it, from your own hard work. And the tiger has yang fire. It's hidden. That would be like the sun, which is an adversary to our day, opposing forces. This could be somebody who's jealous, maybe a rivalry of some sort, but it is far away, the outer realms. So it's not somebody close to you. It could be somebody trying to dig at you outside of yourself. And the yang earth, that's in storage, but our day creates some stability on our own. The hour of the monkey, we're going to have yang earth, which will be released, able to perform, hopefully, not in a dramatic kind of a way, but earth to give all that water some direction. Water for a yin fire is reflective. It's not quite like the yang fire, but either way, we do have some more reflection, and we do have a lot of water, which is in season. It is prospering. It is like very yin energy. We are going to the yinnest of yin on the Yule, but this is about ambition. It's authority. So this is a person that has ambition and authority, which in a way follows the planets as well today, but the earth to give stability to this ambition and this authority, to give guidance and to lead in a healthy, organic way. And the yin metal as well. So this person creates their own abundance when they get in the flow of it. Earth, but our day does need earth. So if you are a sheep, a goat, a dog, a dragon, or an ox, you may be filtering all this organically today. So that's kind of fun. You might not need more earth because you already have it in your foundation. But either way, earth will give guidance to our day. Okay, so our options, once again, we've got a big blue topaz. That thing is huge. And we've got a bridge to take us to a new pathway. And we do have some water, frozen water. But there's also something stirring in that sphere of water, right? But the message is today, I'm going to bring in the Fae. Because we need to bust through into an adventure. And what better way to do that than with the Fae, an otherworldly perspective. So first up, if you chose the cute little sphere there, this is the Fee Lion. He's part of the Fairy Challengers. They bring us face to face with our fears, our denials, trials, tribulations, traumas, misbehaving behaviors and stuff like that. But they test us, not like the human kinds of tests, but they test us on what we already know inside of us. They test us more in a process of knowing that we are going to pass the test on the journey and have an understanding of a higher level of being. It's kind of like ascending to a new level. But these tests are initiations. And the 65 is integrity, the channel of integrity coming through, being mindful and open and receiving the heart, the core of our authenticity, our life purpose to the core. The intellect of our heart is accepting, and it's going to be open to the heart of all hearts, the core of our authentic purpose. But the Fee Lion, this is getting it right. It's delayed completions, like completions are delayed is what I'm trying to say. Tidying up loose ends possibly. So this is the accusing, the offended expression that you can see on the cat's face. He's very curious. I don't know if you can see it as great as it is, but it's great. It's the message of like cats, you know, when they say, where's my dinner? But the Fee Lion is also known as being a cat, the cat of like slight accusation or the accusation of slight, kind of a cousin to the realm of cats. But animals have the best conversations and the expressions. I literally saw a TikTok about cats. Totally funny how cats they just find us. We don't need to go find them. They literally just show up at our door. If I can find it, I will share that in a reel. But we know the Fee Lion, he's near. He is nodding his head when we hear remarks like, I thought you've had my shirt ironed for me, or you said you changed my oil. I say that to my son all the time. Or what do you mean the report isn't done yet? So he's speaking to us when we know we deserve it, but are pretending that we don't. It's like that cosmic story we tell ourselves. He's the voice that whispers in our ears just as we try to settle down with a good book. He's poking at the bear, I guess, or we want to play a computer game, or maybe we just want to chill. So we experience this odd, guilty, familiar kind of feeling. And alcohol only drowns him out, but it's only temporarily. It generally is what gives us hangovers. So it's really not a useful remedy, even though it's widely used, right? Especially this time of the year. In fact, that particular avoidance kind of tactic usually causes the Fey Lion to raise his voice even louder, especially the next morning with that piercing tone when we are hungover. So he kind of makes a list of things that we haven't got done, shaking his head over them, muttering, you know, tisk, tisk, task, task, stuff like that. So these are the things we could and should have taken care of, especially by now, but we haven't. We put them on the back burner. But that's his job, and he does it very, very well. So he's looking out of his card. I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like he's climbing out of the card. Possibly he is. But he's reminding us of things that are undone, things that promises that we haven't kept, or duties that we've not fulfilled. So he says that we can't expect to have things to go right when we've got so much trailing behind us, a lot of unfinished business. Dragging stuff around like a backpack kind of tires us. It uses up our energy and our need for other things. So if we would just take care of those things that cause us so much mental and sometimes even physical clutter, right? We would suddenly find that we have a lot more energy at our disposal to do the things that we really want to do, heartfelt, in the season of believing in our heart self. Probably a lot more cooperation from others as well. And he is especially saying that we really need to keep care of the little things, because little things do turn into big things, the ones that matter to the others as well. So we will feel so much better when we have done that, and so will he. So it's like, so mote it be. So that's kind of his message. We got to kind of tidy things up. And following the Fey Lion, if you chose the Blue Topaz, this is Geo the Slow, just like his name. He's part of the Helpline troop or group. These are the wee folk of the Fae. They're large, they're small, and they assist us in our daily lives. Sometimes they cause us more confusion, but they are from the realm of the elementals, all of the elements of this world and the other. So they are everywhere, whether it's earth, air, fire, water, the galaxy, mineral, metal, ether, star, trees, nature, the moon, Mars, I mean, the galaxy, constellations, and really so much more. They're everywhere. But they love to have fun. They're very mischievous in a very helpful kind of a way. But Geo the Slow, that's cycles of time. It's obviously slowness, it's waiting, it's being patient. And the 43, this is wishful, heartfelt belonging, spirit guiding us for our dreams to come true, listening to spirit and believing in spirit, putting us or showing us where we do belong or where we don't belong, or maybe both. But Geo is the gnome of the slow processes. It's like, how long is it going to take for the water to wear the rock away, or how long is it going to take for the water to boil? You know, it takes longer when you watch it. Or how much has the mountain grown or eroded over the last millennia or timelines? But Geo is out there watching all of this, and he's very attentive of it, just making sure that things don't happen too fast, resulting in a half-shot kind of job. Half-ass is what I was thinking. But it's him who watches the waves slowly encroach in on the shore, wearing away cliffs and everything else. So he keeps things in balance in those cycles of the season. He watches even if the mountains are growing taller or slimming down. He's the master of the clarification process, where we let things sit quietly and stew, is kind of what I'm saying, stirring, whether it's impurities slowly settling into themselves and allowing substances to purify themselves on their own in time. So he doesn't understand why we rush around like we do, missing out on all the slow baby transformation and changes in the world around us. And he's amazed at the stress and the problems that we often create for ourselves by doing just that, moving too quickly. So he wonders how we can survive if we just don't sit down and take a breath and a pause and start watching the sunrises, the sunsets, if we don't have any time to enjoy our lives in the moment, especially if we're too busy rushing around with the idea that we are making things good for ourselves for later on, which happens a lot, but never in the now, in the moment. So the first thing about Geo and all these processes he does is they proceed in natural timing and good order. Fruit ripens on the vine, grains harvest on time. Things always happen for us if we were to sit back and pay attention. But the moon, the earth, they both circle around each other doing the galactic dance, if you will, the goddess of the night. So these natural processes really work well in our own lives, and it's helpful to kind of see them as models, modeling, finding the right place and the time and the pace that follows. It's natural. It's low stress, growth, it's progress and joy. But the world, you know, it's not really turning any faster. Things are happening faster possibly than they ever have, but the world still is doing its dance on its own. So we might ask ourselves why we're trying to cram more into our day-to-day world. And Geo is actually otherworldly. So this is those unnecessary delays, even some stalling, maybe going on here, like when you're at the red light and your car stalls as it turns green. But whether you're the cause or the victim of it, whatever that is, it may be time for him to give these things to us in a tactile, but kind of a push, a firm push to get them in motion. So he may be in charge of the slow processes. However, they should actually be moving, proceeding, not stuck. We need to be in the flow. It's like lymphatic circulation. We got to move our body for the lymphatic system to get moving. But on the other side, this may have been somebody who's tumbled over us, kind of rushing in, and we're not ready, we're not prepared. Maybe we're trying to harvest the fruit that's not ripe yet, or we're trying to grow the transformation before the season is alive. Likely, you know, it's going to upset us. So just kind of slow down, get back on your feet, and just go at your proper pace. It's kind of like the message of time and space, and fools rush in, but the flow is always moving, the seen and the unseen, if that makes sense. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Okay, if you chose the bridge of water, where am I? Here we go. We've got a singer in the house. Woohoo! The singer of transfiguration. I love it when the singers show up. So this is an amazing day when the singers are here. It's the underlying song of the universe, showing us the potential of what we have to ultimately become. So these are like the angels of the realm of the Fae. They have a plethora of different given names. They really don't care what we call them as long as we do call them in. They're always with us, whether we're aware or not. We do need to call them in, though, or invoke them, usually through prayer, meditation, spiritual exercises, whatever that is for you, walking, meditation. But this is spiritual integrity, the 11. It's the heart of the heart, the ultimate pour, if you will, divine streams of, or just divine streams, actually, personal, universal streams that are of love. It's the overpour, the transformation, the transcendence of metamorphosis. Reminds me of the caterpillar and the cocoon yesterday, I think. But the singers of transfiguration, that's a big word, is telling us that we've been through the gate. We passed through this initiation process, and we've reached a new way of authentically being and reflecting, deep reflection, transformation within ourselves. Things will actually never be the same again, which is groovy, gracious, gravy, right? As they once were. So things will never be seen in the same way by us. And this is not just a great thing, it's a good thing. And the singers are joyful, passionate. This is a bright blaze of color. It's a time of fulfillment, accomplishment. As with all the singers, it's the power and the joy of this one. It just radiates stronger than the others, but it's symbolized by other messages as well today when the singers come in. So this is like the reborn, the renewed phoenix. It's taking a breath in the pause, Geo the slow. And the singer's a flame. It's vibrant. It's expanded life. There really isn't much more to say other than this is hitting the jackpot. This is the treasure at the end of the rainbow. This is bliss. It signifies joy, the joy of success after a time possibly of the struggle. Struggles appear real, but it's a new way of life. It's been opening a door. It's accepted. It's being integrated. Takes time and space. It's a sense of inner peace that's growing. But the struggle's all been worth it. It's the magic on the other side. So this is a time of consolidation, contemplation, joy, both in reward and past achievements. It's a time for preparation. I see tilling of the fields for the next climb up our path. However, we don't get to just stop there because another card flew in the swirl and we have a second singer in the house, which is super exciting. The singer of healing, which is great. The 10, this is loving and trusting and loving, both swirling. And the streams of healing are healing. They're taking form, becoming manifested. Through the singer of transfiguration, we then become healed. Healing of the body, the mind, the spirit, the soul, and all other things. But the song of this singer has the power of healing the deep wounds of our spirit and our soul, wounds that can destroy mortals and immortals alike, the seen, the unseen. This is like faith betrayed, love dishonored, trust abandoned, and other injuries of our spirit that inflict those serious otherworldly wounds, which are reflected in our bodies through illnesses or injuries, that too, and more. So it's through the song of healing where we can be restored, renewed, but only if the wounded one is prepared to forgive and let go. We're at a crossroads, returning to love, compassion, forgiveness. As always, with all gifts of spirit and intuition, healing is always offered. It's not forced. It does require active participation on all of our parts, if you will. But true healing, it must take place on all levels at the same time, whether it's body, mind, spirit, soul, all of it. So these levels are all kind of intricately connected and linked as one piece, one fabric. So we can't expect to change one without shifting and changing the others, the transfiguration. And our bodies do not do things all on their own. They're all linked between all different aspects of being. They're complex, sometimes obscure, but yet the principle of healing, all of them, is kind of the simplicity in each one of them. But we need only to really let go of the things that are really hurting us and really start nurturing ourselves. with the things that benefit us. So it's simple and yet so difficult cosmically, right? But the song of healing is actually present everywhere. The cycles of time, just like other aspects of the great song of the galactic universe called ecstasies, it's without limit. It's limitless. Healing can seem so complex as we dig our way through all of these blocks and these resistances, kind of things that we curate for ourselves, the old stuff. But in the end, it really is just the simply of the letting go, the opening up, getting in the flow. But this is the healer's card. It's a message, actually, being that it showed up today. It's speaking of healing that's being given or healing that's being accepted and received. Whether it's the circumstance or the process of reaching well-being may sometimes seem easy, or sometimes we have those energetic hiccups, the great challenges that get in the way. But either way, we're being asked to participate in our own authentic healing as we're being strengthened by this healer to assist us. But more often, this singer speaks both of the giving and the receiving, the accepting and the opening, because we can't simply, truly, freely give without receiving. It's two sides of the flow. Otherwise, we become blocked. And healing is something that really flows through us, not from us. We're inevitably affected when it starts flowing. But being that the singer of healing ends our day, it's a message that we have a need and an opportunity for healing ourselves and possibly others as well. And again, healing's not something we do. It's something that we just are organically sharing our light. So listen in for the singers today, taking Geo the slow, but get moving and be like the feline and be patient. Know that any decisions you make are literally incisions in consciousness that must be endorsed by a feeling that feels correct. It just feels right. It's easy. And emotion is the opposing energy to deciding or making a decision. So a feeling is the rest of our soul. It's in vibration, agreeing or disagreeing with whatever we decide. So check against your feelings. If you feel amazing about it, the option before you, the opportunity, the opinion even, then the soul is in alignment. It is resonating. It just feels great. And if you feel something off grid, like the deep end, maybe you're going off the deep end, just shift your option. Or stop it in its tracks. Don't go across the bridge. You know, having one-sided integrity is kind of a situation too. Just know that. But it's also an opinion of what that is, integrity. We all have our own what that is. But with the earth being our element of the day, unless you are full of earth, just saying, more earth isn't helpful if you already have a plethora of earth or water. Need some earth, but earth. And our hand centers, our command centers are online. If there's any Reiki practitioners, healing hands, that frequency is on. Commanding forces, generative or degenerative. Lots of stuff. The color of pink, the blend of the crown and the root, and also the soul knows the best commitments to flow with. Along with our heart and our soul, what do we believe? What is the best opportunity, the outcome, the belief that resonates for you and with you? So it's time to be in our own flow, in our skin, leading with our own heartfelt beliefs, whatever they are, shifting some soul patterning, if you will. But I would affirm that I am in alignment with what my soul believes, what my heart has always known. We know this inside of ourselves. And with the soul's harmonic being our own boss of who we are, what we feel. And again, the 22 days of gratitude as the season is coming to a close. We're in the season of believing. And with that, thanks for tuning in. And I will, as always, see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And I got to tune over here because I got so much happening. Crack myself up.
But being that we have entered the season of Sagittarius and that our heart authentically believes, Sagittarius, what our heart believes authentically, the angelic being Raguel is in the house. So Raguel is or means a friend of God, representing relationships, groups, even social order. And his main role is to create a peaceful, friendly environment within family, friends, and so much more. That is why they are friends of God who can give us the best solutions for all of our life problems, being an angel that is tied to being fair, who brings prosperity and harmony. He also assists us to get rid of discrimination, harassment, the Archangel of justice and harmony. He's kind of the highest ranking celestial guardian, if you will, because he focuses on fairness, cooperation,